Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we're playing some Vex mid into a Hui. Vex is a pretty simple to play mid lane champion that is very strong, and she has been strong for a while for at least her simplicity, because inside of team fights you can kind of take over with a reset ultimate, and also your AoE fear is quite good against a lot of different league champions, because there's a lot of dash champions in League nowadays, and your passive is whenever somebody uses a dash ability, they get marked, and when you use an ability or auto-attack them, it will lower the CD of your fear and deal damage to them. For instance, like Kiana or Lucian, or even Maokai W. But the other way to get the mark is with our E, and normally you want to be doing it with your fear being up. The fear is shown with this meter underneath you. It also shows the timer down here. Whenever you land something that has been marked and deal damage to it, it will lower the CD of it. But the idea is really just try to, oh, nice. I just landed a crazy good trade onto that guy because I walked forward. Because I knew he wanted to trade versus me very aggressively, and I had opted for it for a handshake trade where we both hit each other. Oh, I would miss that. But anyways, the best way to play lane is to not really think of your Q as something that you should use except for hitting the wave and attempting to get lucky and hit the enemy. Because landing your Q is very challenging, since it's huge, and if people are right next to you, you can for sure land it, but at the tip, it gets a lot skinnier, and also it takes a while to like reach that distance. So a lot of times you're just not going to be able to really even poke them with it. But if you can land your E, then you can land the Q afterwards, and since the E marks them, then that's like one of the best trades you can get. So that's like the optimal trade that you want. Your W is a shield. The shield and the damage on the shield is kind of mediocre, but what's really good about it is that it pairs well with your ultimate, because your ultimate brings you to people on second cast after you land it, and then if you're near somebody and you press W, technically it's an undodgeable fear. No matter what, it will land, which is one of the things that makes Vex so easy. I mean, she doesn't really have too many crazy combos. She just does one, and then if it works well, you're probably going to kill the opponent, because your damage is kind of ridiculous. You might see me just occasionally chuck a Q at this guy, even if I say, like, oh yeah, it's like probably not going to land. And that's because we know that, oh, you're so lucky. And by lucky, I mean you're lucky that I'm bad, because I missed my Q. So because I missed my Q, he's going to live. That is so freaking pathetic by me. How do I not get a solo kill there? Well, oh well. I mean, nobody to blame but myself on that one, because I just straight up missed. If I didn't miss, then I would have been able to kill him. The reason why I all-end is because he was very low. We have Ignite. Vex normally can chunk people to the point that you can kill them, so Ignite is one of her best runes. Sometimes some control mages can really be challenging to play against, because they outrange you and stuff, and as I said, your type of kit is very simple, but it's so simple that it's obvious when you're trying to trade versus them, so it becomes easier for them to understand how to play around it too. But anyways, what was going to happen is that after I land my Q, if he flashes away, he will proc my passive, and then I would just get him with that. So I had a plan in mind. Sadly, it just didn't work the way that I wanted it to. It's okay though, because we're slightly ahead in CS, and we're not TP lane, we're a Ignite lane, meaning that sometimes it's kind of difficult to be in that situation where you should ever even have a CS lead. Because a lot of times versus TP lanes, if you messed up, they can get back to lane easier than you, and I did mess up. And then that means that they are back sooner, thus giving themselves an opportunity to out-CS you. So we're very fortunate that I'm up, because I should not be, in my opinion. He should have more CS as a TP user. Very lucky. We'll just ulti this guy. I mean, we'll see if my teammates can follow it up or not. Wow, the W? Also, I mashed W. I guess that, I haven't played Vex in a while, but some champions are really damn good at completely preventing you from being able to combo whatsoever, and that's exactly what happened there. I have my fear, but that doesn't really matter. Well, we chunked the crap out of the other person. If only I had my ultimate up, then I probably could have killed her. Playing versus Kiana is quite nice with Vex, because, I mean, she dashes a huge amount. Now, my wave is bad, and it would be nice to reset, but I'm honestly quite vulnerable to getting ganked and dying. Or not getting ganked, but just dying solo kill to this guy, because I'm very low. But I might be able to just do that and then just leave. Like, he'll hit me with this. I don't really care. I'm going to be taking my base regardless. I got as much as I could. We'll just buy boots and then head on back. Our mid game is very powerful. With Vex, you kind of just want to get to, like, 1 to 2 items. That's when the one-shots truly start happening versus the squishy characters. Because once you have 2 items plus level 11, your base damage plus your itemization allows you to one-tap with Ignite 100 to 0. So maybe you guys will see that. We shall see. Since he's a little bit chunked, honestly, we might be able to get him. You never know. I mean, my ultimate's coming back up very soon, and he is just kind of stepping up hard. I don't know if that's because he's just waiting for his teammates to come in or what, but... yeah, he was. And I landed it on him, too. Man, I always know that whenever I have full pressure on mid, I'm just never going to get what I want. It always happens nowadays, huh? But I just was hoping that the extremely low Hui could get punished. It's my fault. Bummer. 2 mistakes this game that both have only been from me. But the good news is that, honestly, my mistakes aren't really too big of a deal because I don't really feel like Hui has much control so far. It feels like he kind of just been getting lucky. So that is convenient. I doubt we can get more. Seems kind of difficult. We can just continue playing for our spike points. And see what happens. I'm just letting this slow push towards us so he just misses a little bit of minions more. This is full AP Maokai. It's going Liandry's. Now that the wave is like gonna start slow pushing towards him, I'm gonna fast push so we can have it just crash. I can spend time like helping Lee Sin or something so he can be ready to do the next thing. Helping him then can allow him to do something else afterwards. Still up farm, despite everything that happened, huh? Killing this guy is probably not gonna be possible, bro. I don't really know how you expect to get him unless you, like, insect him into me when my fear is up, but I don't think that we're able to do that. I feel like that was one of the first Q hits he's done. Well played. Just chuck Q at him, try to hit the wave 2. I know that he'll go super hard here. Oh, okay, the ultimate to try to kill. I mean, I'm pretty tanky, so that was just like a chunk on me. Alright. Nice try. We got her flash, I guess. Too bad I wasn't able to land like a Q because I could have maybe followed it up with my ultimate or something. Didn't work out, though. Lee Sin seems to be trying to go kill her, but if I try to follow him, I might get seen, which is bad. Oh my gosh, that Wave Flash was not good. But anyways, it still panicked Lee Sin to the point that he had to flash away. I'm just seeing if she'll overstep. I can kill her if she gets near me. Because I am very strong versus low HP targets like her. Dang, Lee Sin was just here right when I used my fear, so I didn't have a way to initiate for him. That's okay, though. Huh. I mean, I want to go in. I just don't know if I would have had the follow-up to kill the Kiana, though, because I can burn everything on her. I kind of don't trust Lee Sin's. Just paying attention to see if maybe the Hui would get me. Our first item is finally completed. At least this gives us just a little bit more power for the true mid-game spike of Vex, since we didn't get fed during the early game, which I definitely could have. But the next spike is level 11, and then after that point, then we're good. So we're quite close to getting to the one-shot potential, even if I don't even have that many items. I'm just trying to see if, like, a fight breaks out. Because I'm not able to get back mid lane, dude. They are in our jungle. I can't do anything. I'm actually just stuck. The thing is that I'm pretty sure Kiana just one-taps me. Oh, thank God she's topside. I really anticipated her to be over here waiting, because a lot of people will sit between both. Sit between, like, where you're trying to go and just wait to try to catch you. Nice, I cleared the whole wave instantly. That's pretty convenient. I'm just gonna rotate topside. Maybe I can help out with this. Never mind, they already backed away, so it doesn't matter. I'll just grab red buff for the time being. We're halfway to level 11. Such a slow-paced game, huh? Such a slow-paced game. You let me hit that onto you? You're just dead, but I'm gonna die too. Hit me! I was hoping that Maokai would hit me so then he would get the kill instead of Kiana. Good showcase of how crazy our damage is. Can you imagine if I landed my ultimate too? I mean, honestly, our ultimate damage, though, is kind of meh. I just leveled up to 11. Now it shows, like, probably way more. It shows, like, 470. But I'm talking about before then, it's only, like, 300-ish. And I'm talking about with AP ratio included. Because Lux Ultimate, for instance, does 300 without any... And that has, like, an AP ratio on it. And I'm talking about with her having 0 AP. Now my ultimate at level 11 does as much damage as a Lux ult at level 1. But mine resets and stuff, so that's like the trade-off. Still got to kill the Kiana pretty easily. That's why her champion really struggles versus Vex, because it's just so damn ridiculous how easy it is for me to kill a squishy target that uses dashes all the time. I mean, Lucian is also a pretty dash-heavy champion too, I guess, huh? If I'm able to land some hits onto him too, it should be pretty gigantic. I guess Nara is just trying to, like, help out his team. The Q mana cost is kind of inexpensive, so when you get to this point in the game, you can start spamming more often just to see if you can hit some people. As I said, it's pretty not good for landing, but if you ever get lucky, then sure, why not? Damn, I really wish that you defended me. It's okay, though. There is no initiation. Are we sacrificing top lane to take mid or something? Also, are you not about to run into Kiana? I guess he's not. You're dead. Sadly for him, he flashed straight into my ability still. I threw it in such a way I was trying to anticipate if he would do anything to try to survive, and I guess it worked out, huh? Ah, the heal saved him. No. So, your ultimate, when it resets, you can still cast it for quite a while. So I was just holding on for my CDs to be back up so I could fear again, see if I could kill the Maokai. Almost did. I mean, if he didn't have heal, I might have been able to get him. This is why I wasn't really worried about this game. I know that my champion, going forward, should be so difficult for the enemy team to manage. The only person that I really don't like facing is, like, this Cho'Gath. Everybody else is kind of free pickings. And also, it's not only free pickings, but champions that are, like, shortish range don't like fighting into Vex, because in the off chance that you try to catch her, you might die in return. I should not be rotating the way that I am. It's okay, though. We see where Kiana is. Wow, you're actually down here? I guess we'll see if my teammates can dive him or not. Dude, you are walking straight forward. Are you sure that you should not be a bit careful about this? Preferably I save my ultimate, because I don't want to burn my ultimate on just one kill. Spending 3 people worth of, like, time and effort and flash release in an ulti, it would kind of suck to also have to use my own, because if we're sending that many people down there, then that means we're going to have a weak side too. And the weak side was clearly the Gnar who died, right? Probably in a similar fashion. And now that I have my ultimate, we might be able to still, like, salvage a fight. I hope. Aw, oh, dang, I really stepped on a sapling so they see me too. I still think it's okay, though. Oh, darn, I wasted my flash. I didn't know you were going to flash over the wall, so I pressed a little bit too late. But nice. I could one-tap Lucian with Ignite, but with basic abilities, I can almost do it. I'm not at my 2-core spike. Remember that the 2-core spike is when it, like, kind of truly turns online. But yeah, almost was able to one-tap the Lucian, even without 2 items completed, and Ignite List too. And going forward, it should stay that way for, like, the entire game, because 80 carries don't... Some 80 carries, Lucian is one of them, in my opinion, don't have a way to ever build, like, defensively. So, Whoa, kicking her away. Alright, I was just gonna fear her, whatever. We got the objective, that's what really matters, right? Now we just hope for the ideal Vex team fight. The ideal Vex team fight is when you one-shot somebody, and then you continuously reset over and over again. I got very scared that that person knew that I was inside of a brush recalling and was going to stop my base, so I stopped my base out of concern. Because I felt like I could probably survive if I just start running away. Even if he knew that I was in there, I don't know. Thought maybe he would, like, throw a Q or something. We have our item. Let's hope that he isn't going to continue walking forward. I definitely don't want to be against him. I don't really have a way to kill him. It's going to take years to get him. Because I just don't have any shred versus, like, tankier guys. The next item, most ideal, would be probably a decap, but that's kind of expensive. You could go Storm Surge. You can probably go Zhonya's if you do want a defensive option for... If you want to be the initiator for your team, because when you use your ultimate forwards being the initiating tool, then you can Zhonya's to keep yourself alive after fearing everybody with W. Also, I should probably have Sweeper. Oh my goodness. Definitely gonna die here, but... I also got... Kog'Maw killed him? Nice. I got silenced, dude. The silence made it so I couldn't recast my ultimate because I could have killed Lucian sooner since I landed a good combo onto him. The reason why this fight was so bad is just because the enemy team caught off Lulu and Kog'Maw in the beginning, but it looks like Nara is still able to clean up afterwards, which is sick. I tried salvaging it, but I just take way too much damage from getting CC'd. I got CC'd by the Cho'Gath too much and was stuck inside a Lucian culling. That's okay though, because we are definitely still in the spot to be a pest in team fights, especially once we break out with hopefully a 5v5 eventually. Or just have Gnar win through side lane. Damn, this Maokai walked way too far up. Hello? I'm gonna be real, I think AP Maokai is extremely trash. And it has to be, like, almost a losing pick. I don't feel like AP Maokai is a real thing anymore. I want to one-shot this guy. I'm hoping that'll show on Vision or something. Thinking that, like, Lulu is solo. That Warden there just expired, so I should be okay. I think step up a little bit further now. Because Lucian should catch these waves. That's the thing. Oh, we'll just ignite to kill. He was at 1 HP. Because he has barrier, he wasn't able to get 100 to 100 zeroed, right? Like, just barely off. But he died, so it's whatever. We did what we wanted to do. Still got him. And burned his flash, too. Maybe it's kind of good that we honestly took a while to kill him because he wasted his summoner thinking he could ever survive. Lucian's another pick that I think is complete trash, by the way. That pick, inside of higher ranks, never does well on my team. This is exactly how normally it goes. They can deal okay damage, but if they ever get caught out, they just immediately die to anything. Not just Vex. Vex is rarely in my games. Let's buy that Sweeper. I kind of like going Hextech Alternator occasionally when I already built an item that builds out of it, so Storm Surge or the opposite, because adding that 65 bonus magic damage occasionally adds up to be just enough to help finish people. Come on, Lucian, don't you want to, you know, step up for the wave and stuff? He's so scared. He is so nervous. He knows. Oh, there's Maokai up here. We probably should just kill him. We'll get him with my ultimate here. Yep, the ideal Vex teamfight finally happened, didn't it? I'm not going to take that in, I'll die. I will definitely be killed. But I was able to land my ultimate on Maokai, kill him. I also landed like a good hit onto Kiana and just continuously followed up and just do the same combo over and over again. If you have your fear up, you just press WQE. Otherwise, just you check out any ability, really. When you're right next to them, your Q can't really miss because it's such a wide range. It's only when they're far away that it's difficult. And that's why Vex is just so, in my opinion, simple to play for, like, a beginner mid-champion. It's probably better than, like, Ahri, I think. I don't know. I feel like she has to be one of the best possible picks for learning mid lane. It's just like, all right, here's one combo, E plus Q, try to, like, conserve mana, and then in mid-game, just try to land ultimate on people and press your buttons. Get used to it. So since we're level 16, my ultimate range has increased again. Ooh, I decided to go for it because if I land it, I should be able to kill him since Hui is bot and Kion and Maokai were over here. So if I immediately take it, I'd kill him and his team wouldn't even be able to counter engage to get me. So I was hoping that I would just get a little bit of a free kill. Didn't work out. It's okay though. Just utilizing our Baron buff, aren't we? Ooh, I did land that. Also, I got hit by the snare, but that's okay. I got a huge amount of shields. We got the Lulu Kog'Maw popping off. And yeah, despite the me not doing good early game, we played towards our champion strengths. Looks like we maybe can even close it out. We'll see if we can on this push. My next ultimate being up is, I think, going to be an important factor for getting the kills, so then they can't wave clear it again. No, we don't want to do it? Sure, I'll leave too. Why not? I'm just going to sweep and stand in this brush, though. Because if anybody walks forward that's a squishy character, especially Kiana, like trying to go back into her own jungle to farm, we can just one-tap them. Can I one-tap Hui? He has a little bit more HP than some of the other characters. So he's a little bit more challenging to kill. Nah, not even close. But yeah, there is the one tap. Can kill a target that even has a little bit of HP value. But now I don't have my next ultimate. Oh, dang, that was so close. If that landed, I probably would have taken it to go in. I'm not too... you're not gonna block it for me! Dude, I really don't like this Gnar. This guy is actually so selfish. You are the most selfish Gnar I have ever played with. That is... He has Merc Treads, Sterix, and Wit's End. Those 3 items all give tenacity. All 3 of them. So he has 3 stacking tenacity things, and he has, like... magic resist, he has a Sterix for the shield. So if he just tanks it, not only will it barely snare him, but if he gets initiated on, it's not gonna... he's fine. Meanwhile, I'm like a legitimate carry that could die instantly because I'm squishy as heck. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully it was enjoyable despite my mistakes, and you guys can see the things that I'm thinking about when I do make a mistake about like, oh, okay, I definitely messed that up, but I know what I could do in the future to like try to salvage it, and that's about it. So thanks for watching again. Peace out. Have a great day. We'll look at the damage and stuff. Did less damage than the Gnar. Had a feeling that probably was going to happen because when Gnar pops off versus tanky characters, he can just start shredding them for the rest of the game. But not bad for our damage dealt for sure. I got added by the Lee Sin. Cool. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next commentary. Today we're playing some Vex mid lane into Ahri. We're playing Vex. Haven't done a video on her in a really long time, but she is a very strong pick because there's so many dash champions in the game, and she's very, very easy to play. Doesn't really have too many complicated mechanics, so that makes her just a super strong pick for climbing. She is pretty straightforward with like not being the best lane bully early on. But when you get to like one to two items, you can start one-shotting people if you get fed, because her burst damage and ease of like comboing is ridiculous, where if you just land your ultimate, people just get full bursted because you can't miss anything once you land your R, really. And then, of course, being able to reset inside of team fights is very nice as well. I'm just going to hit this guy a little bit, try to sidestep that. She's trying to hit me with electrocute procs, so I'm just going to back away from her. Not sure why she wants to harass me so hard here, but okay. And now she's just dead. Taking Ignite on Vex is very good. A lot of times you can shove in waves pretty easily by just pressing Q to hit the whole entire thing, because, I mean, it's not really possible to miss the wave, really. It's quite easy to hit them with the whole thing. So what we did is that when she was fighting us, she has lower CDs than us, because how Vex works is that we have this meter beneath our HP bar, which is that fear. And that fear is generated just over time, and it makes my next ability fear. But of course, if it misses, it still consumes the fear. So you have to like land it, which is why some people might hold on to it and not use an ability. But the general combo is land your E, which is a projectile that you throw that grows with how far away it goes. And if you land it, then they get feared and you can land your Q, and this will mark them to give back a little bit of gloom, which causes your next fear to be on a lower CD, and it does bonus damage. So you just do that over and over again. But the ECD is very long. It's 13 seconds. And that's what happened, is that she fought me when it was on CD, but I continued chasing out, because that's a habit that you can sometimes get into depending on the champion that you're playing. Normal trading patterns is just like, okay, what is their abilities? What are my abilities? I'm going to use it versus them. And if they use their abilities towards me, is there something I can dodge? And then once I use my stuff, we just back away. But if you get into more complicated trading patterns, you can also start adding in like, oh, can I just continue chasing? Because even though she has lower CDs than me, in 3 seconds from now, I won't have lower CDs, right? It will be good. So I fear her. She dies to Q. Well played. Nice gank. I appreciate that. I need to put down my vision somewhere. Let's just put it... I mean, he already put a ward on Raptors. Where does he want me to put my ward? I guess I'll put it over here. So that's why we're able to get her. Because we have Ignite, and she was like, oh, okay, this is probably going to be okay, but then I continue chasing all the way out. That's good. And then the other thing about Vex is that she's good against dash champions because your fear interrupts dashes firstly, so you can actually legitimately stop them. But the other thing is, whenever somebody uses a dash ability, it procs your passive, which is that bonus damage effect that makes your fear come back. So when she flashed away from me, I could auto-attack her or hit her with another ability to deal like a bonus like 50 damage or something. And, I mean, that adds up, right? That's like a free auto, really. And now we just have to get to our level 6 so we can start snowballing with that, because our level 6 is quite busted. Dude, how is this Zac only level 3? Has Rengar just been invading him the whole game or something? Or was he just AFK? He has 12 farm. Anyways, my W is a shield. It doesn't really deal that much damage, but it's the easiest way to fear people if they're nearby, because you normally ulti them and then you use your W and then EQ afterwards. You can sometimes chuck Qs just to see if it hits the opponent. You should think that landing your Q, though, is basically impossible. Because if they aren't feared, it is a very slow-moving ability. If they're right in front of your face, it does have a wide hit before it turns into a skinnier projectile, so that's like the only way. Like, they're right next to you. But as you can see, I can start shoving in the wave by pressing EQ, and it clears the back wave now, which is pretty convenient. I don't really know what that was about. But okay. Ooh, I actually didn't land that. I thought I was pretty on point with that Q. I guess just... Maybe they just did it because this game's already over. Maybe the Zac just is not going to be playing and... They just don't want to play. Never know. Oh, there is a bot fight going on. I want to join as many skirmishes as possible. But they're going to see me because the fight already stopped. That sucks. The best way to continue doing a fight would be if I was already there. Ulting this guy isn't even worth it. I'd prefer to get somebody else, if anything. Doesn't really seem like anything's going to happen, though, so I'm just going to leave. I still was able to chunk the Zac to the point that maybe he just doesn't want to do any ganking for a while, though. So it still is like a net positive win for pressure, right? And sometimes pressure is completely fine to play around. Damn, that Zyra's so low bot lane. If I landed ulti onto her, I for sure would be able to kill. Maybe the Ahri did actually use her ultimate to try to kill me, even though she had no mana. Because it doesn't seem like she's playing as if she's just, like, giving up. In my opinion. She still seems to be farming out and stuff. I mean, there's no way to defend Zac here. What? Dang, I actually might be screwed. Oh, maybe not. Sorry. She almost walked into that. Okay, nice. Nice kill, Ezreal, in the end. I tried predicting because she had her ultimate. She did manage to, like, get a bunch of them, though, huh? I'm not going to try to take Ezreal's wave. I just used it to get it low for him so you can have all of it. I'm not going to steal that away from him. He's plenty strong. Well played by Ahri. She was able to clean up most of the kills. And also, top lane did die, so definitely not just a free win. We're going to be going Ludens first. The best way, in my opinion, to play Vex is that you just go in and just deal as much damage as you can. You don't build her, like, CDR-oriented. You build her just one item that's probably going to be your mana item, which is normally going to be Ludens, and then just full dam. So no Cosmic Drive or anything like that. Just Shadow Flame, Storm Surge, Decap, all that, Void Staff. Play for one-shotting people. Because that's the best way to play it. Nice, I even got the kill. I was worried that Elise was going to take that. Oh my goodness. Okay, you should be able to get that kill, so I'm just going to rotate back because there's no reason for me to be here anymore. I would say the one-shotting begins at 2 items. One-shotting at 1 items and also before level 11 is kind of more challenging. So that's why you never see me just like R the Ahri. I need to poke her a little bit before I have a chance of killing her. We are quite fed. We do have Ludens in base, which is pretty substantial. I would say one good trade versus Ahri, which is just a good trade would be landing EQ, and that's it. Would bring her low enough that the next trade with Fear would kill her. That's my damage output right now. I can kind of estimate. So we're just going to finish our item. We'll also buy an Amp Tome just to, of course, get more AP. This will build into either a Storm Surge or a Shadow Flame. Get more Flat Pen for ourselves. We will be building Sork Boots probably before the second item is completed, though, so I can run around the map easier because, again, I do want to join as many big skirmishes as possible since my ultimate is so influential for that type of fighting. Oh, I actually walked into your Q. I feel like that was one of the first Qs I got hit by, like, all laning phase. Vex Q does go on a very short CD. I mean, it's 3.5 seconds, pretty spammable. It's just still very unreliable, though, as an ability. But you can spam it if you really want, because sometimes you just might get lucky and hit somebody. They might walk into it accidentally. You never know. The mana cost isn't that bad either, too. I feel like they dive her without my help, so I'm just going to stick around mid and see if I can still land something onto her. Okay, this is not going to end up well for you, so I would not do this. Oh my god, I ignited out of panic. I'm surprised that I panicked that hard. Huh. Yeah, okay, well, people just grief even if it's Master Tier. I mean, I thought that the griefing would go down with the new season. I guess not. At the end of a season, I mean, seasons don't really matter anymore. To be honest, seasons are kind of not impactful. But anyways, at the end of a season, a lot of people will start griefing because if there's a soft reset, who cares if you lose a couple of games? It's not that big of a deal. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. So, we now are probably getting very close to the one-shot potential. I mean, you already saw one simple trade onto Ahri when she's like about 70%, kind of just kills her almost immediately. And that was before level 11, and by the time my ultimate comes back up, I'll have that. So all we need to do is just get level 11, press R onto a squishy target, and I think we might be able to just take out one person immediately. And of course, my ultimate range being longer too feels very nice. Damn, I'm not even able to get an assist fast enough. I feel like my team's gonna kill him too quickly. Alright, well I have my ultimate. It's time to test, I guess. My Luden's almost up. Darn, dude. Well, you managed to stop it. The good news, though, is that you're continuing to fight really aggressively. So because she fought very aggressively, then I could still reposition myself with Flash, and she's using her dashes over and over again, which causes this ability to continue proccing, so I get big damage off, since your passive damage is kind of okay. I mean, 170 isn't that bad. The 25% EP ratio isn't insane, but if they do it a few times, hey, that's pretty good. Damn, Rengar is going in on everybody. He's not even complaining about Zac anymore, or like flaming Zac. Now he's on to talk about Ahri. Interesting. Electrocute proc. She'll... Okay, I was gonna say she'll probably die to next Q, but clearly she was able to escape that. But yeah, you see how much damage I just did to Zyra there? All I did was press E plus Q and auto attack with Electrocute, and she almost got one tap by that. Crazy. Absolutely insane damage. Well, that was a very strange game. Sorry that it was that type of game, but thanks for watching. If you still enjoyed seeing what I do inside a laning phase, because I feel like I didn't get too much assistance. I already got my kill before Rengar even influenced my lane because I solo killed her, and then he came back and got me even more fed. So anyways, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.